Do you ever find yourself impulse spending, buying things you don't necessarily need? Well, the reality is that 80% of all purchases are attributed to by women, and these same purchases are sabotaging our dreams of creating generational wealth. In this video, I'm going to break down the psychological barriers that cause you to impulse spend that you may not even know about, the actionable steps to take to overcome it, and share an inspiring story about my student, Jennifer, a mom and a nurse who was able to turn her finances around in just a few months. If you're ready to stop feeling guilty about your spending and start building the financial future you have always dreamed of, book a complimentary financial consultation with me using the link below in the description, and let's get clear on your goals and create a game plan for your path to financial freedom. First, let's talk about why impulse spending happens. As women, we're targeted by marketers constantly. Studies show that high earners are especially vulnerable because they feel like they can afford it. But here's what we don't realize. The little things add up. One study found that the average American spends over $3,700 a year on impulse buys. And many of the women I speak to have between $500 to $1,000 unaccounted for every single month. For women, this spending is often emotional. We buy to feel accomplished, to relieve stress, and sometimes to compensate for guilt, especially as moms. My student Jennifer experienced this firsthand. As a nurse making six figures, she struggled with impulse spending and didn't know where to start with her budget. She felt overwhelmed and stuck. If you can relate to Jennifer's story, I would love to support you. Book your complimentary financial consultation with me using the link in the description below, and together we'll walk through the path of the exact steps you'll need to take to have your own financial breakthrough. The true cost of impulse spending doesn't just hurt your wallet today, it derails your future. You rack up debt. Because you make all of these unplanned purchases that were not accounted for in whatever plan you created for your spending, you end up spending more than you have. And you put it on credit cards because you think, oh, I'll just work an extra shift. Oh, I'll just pay it off next month. Oh, it's fine. I've got another check coming in, or I'll take some OT. But really, this debt just continues to grow and turns into what feels like this mountain that you'll never be able to climb. You can't save for emergencies or invest. Even though you're making a lot of money, you have no savings. And if one thing were to happen, it would completely mess up your entire financial situation. Not only that, you're unable to invest for the future so that you don't have to continue to work this hard forever. You delay building generational wealth for your kids. Every year that goes by is time that is being taken off their ability to grow compound interest on their wealth. Let me put this in perspective. If you save just $50 a week instead of spending it on impulse purchases, you'll have $2,600 saved in 1 year. That's conservative. Over 10 years, that's $26,000. Not including interest. And if you're anything like my students, you have anywhere between $500 to $1,000 every single month. That's $6,000 to $12,000 every year that you're missing out on being able to put towards debt, saving, and investing. Shoot, one of my new students, Alicia, was able to pay down $10,000, save $8,000 in just the first 6 months of joining our community.
And I was looking at how much debt we've paid off, and I believe we're close to 10,000 in 6 months. So that feels amazing. We actually have a savings. Like, I don't think we've ever had a savings. We're close to 8,000 of saving. I have highly encouraged people of like, there's hope for that. Like, there's coaches out there, and I have the best one that she can help you. Like, there's just been so many good things that have happened, and I'm hoping we can just continue riding the wave. We have it under control now. It's not like, all this money coming in like it was before and being like, where did it go? Like, now I can see it, and I know exactly how it's working. The way that we're managing the money is so different, and our mindset around the money is so different.
That's $17,000 that otherwise would have just been blown. One major step toward eliminating impulse spending is knowing what you spend on. In our community, we have a method to make this clear, but for now, in the comments, just share what you think you're impulse spending on. Is it eating out, clothes, Amazon orders, or endless Target runs? Now let's talk about how to stop impulse spending. You can't. The thing is, you can't control impulse spending 100% because it's not about control, it's about transformation. Think of it like your phone software update. When your device updates, it doesn't just tweak the old system, it completely replaces it with something new and better. The same goes for your financial mindset. To stop impulse spending, you must replace your old scarcity-driven habits with a new, abundant, prosperous identity. One that nurtures and takes care of your finances instead of trying to micromanage them. When you embody this new identity, your spending naturally aligns with the vision you have for your future. Now that we know why we impulse spend and the cost of it, let's dive into the practical steps to overcome it. Step 1, build awareness. Track your spending for 30 days. You might be shocked at how much goes toward things you don't need. Awareness is the first step to change. I know this happened with one of my students, Jorelle, who was able to do a spending audit and realized they were spending way more on food and eating out than she could ever have imagined, and was able to, within a month, cut that spending in half.
It was just an astonishing dollar amount. Like, I would not have guessed. If someone said, "How much money did you spend on food last month?" I actually have a line item in my original spreadsheet of what I thought our food estimate was. It was like
Off.
almost a tenth. It was like very, very, very bad. We cut that number in half. 2 months later, 3 months later, right? I already feel so different than August. It didn't have to feel like a big restriction.
If you want to check out her story, I'll make sure that it's linked in the description. Step 2, shift your mindset. Impulse spending is often rooted in a scarcity mindset. Ask yourself, why do I feel the need to buy this? Is it because I fear missing out, or am I trying to fill an emotional void? Reframing your spending as a way to align with your values is really powerful. Step 3, create a plan. A budget isn't restrictive. It's freeing when you realize every dollar has and needs a purpose. Jennifer did this, and it was a game changer. She unsubscribed from 40 store emails, reduced her spending, and gained peace. Step 4, set boundaries. Avoid temptation by unsubscribing from marketing emails, leaving your credit cards at home, and shopping with a list. These small changes make a huge difference. Step 5, get accountability. Jennifer's journey is an amazing example. She went from feeling stuck to reducing impulse spending dramatically, paying down over $20,000 in debt, saving an emergency fund, and raising her credit score over 700, all in just a few months. Having someone check in with you is key. Jennifer said the accountability that she got from working with me was the missing piece. Beyond her own financial transformation, because she took action, she was able to take time off from work to visit her home country, Kenya, and impact over 3,000 people doing nonprofit work. Her story proves that with the right mindset and tools, you can turn your finances around and create the life you want for your kids. Now it's your turn. Imagine what you could achieve with the right support. You don't have to let impulse spending hold you back from building the life you deserve. If you're ready to take control of your financial independence and freedom, book a complimentary financial consultation using the link in the description below. And let me support you in creating your roadmap to financial freedom and generational wealth. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment with your biggest takeaway from this video. And if you enjoyed this, check this video out if you want to see a story of amazing financial transformation.